What up, movie fans, and welcome back to another episode of Talking Movies with D, and that's me. And thankfully, it is November, which December is just great for movies. It's the Oscar season, so all those great directed, written, acted movies are coming out. And today, I'm going to review Harriet. Harriet, directed by Casey Lemons, who also directed Silence of the Lamb, Waist Deep, and East Bayou. If you saw any of those films, you know the kind of filmmaker she is. And the person playing Harriet is Cynthia Erivo. And of course, it's the story of Harriet Tubman. Now, before I get into my positive, negative, I like the film. Sadly, I gotta get the controversy out of the way. So let's start with Cynthia Erivo. Her controversy is everybody's mad because she's a British actor playing an American hero. And it's like, oh, she's not American, so she doesn't get it. I think that's to me, that's just rubbish, because she's a talented actress. She was in Bad Times at the El Royale. She was in Widows, killed both of those. She's just a talented actor, and a lot of British actors are great. And if you saw Selma, who David Oyelowo played Dr. Martin Luther King, he's British. And I'm sure all the roles Idris Elba's played, y'all don't mind him being British, even though he's keeping his accent. So that controversy is weird to me. The other controversy is the whole white savior and the black bounty hunter. So the white savior thing, and I'm not gonna give spoilers, but everybody's saying that he saves Harriet Tubman. The slave master they're talking about is the bad guy. He is an antagonist through the whole film. So that just doesn't make sense to me. And then the black bounty hunter, because they're saying historically there was no black bounty hunter after Moses, who was Harriet. I don't know if that's true, and if anybody who knows any film based on anything, they take creative liberties. Now, if the black bounty hunter was just the main guy and all portrayed a certain way, I'd have a problem too. But if we go back and just think about it, there's a lot of black bounty hunters who helped catch slaves in all this time, so it's not like a big deal in that sense. And on top of that, he's not the bad guy in the film. He has a small role, and he's more of a henchman that's kind of a throwaway. For example, I'll give this example let's take Black Panther. Let's say you guys didn't see Black Panther, and I just jumped online and said, man, I just saw Black Panther. It was so bad because the white savior stopped the plane from getting away that would have made all the Wakandan weapons get out and destroy the world. Y'all would be like, man, they had all them black people and they had the white savior do something. It's like, no, that character did one thing while everybody else did everything else. And they just left out all the other stuff and want to talk about 5% when 95% was on something more important. So that's my little example to get over the whole black bounty hunter thing. So let's get to what's important. Let's talk about the film. Negatives, which I'm struggling with negatives a little bit because I'm kind of stretching. My main negative is the length of the film. There's a couple things where they cut a couple scenes a little shorter, as well as there's some things that I feel that they could have took out and wasn't necessarily moving the story forward. And that's my main gripe with the film. It's not really a big one at that. The other things are more personal for me, is that when she is actually, going her journey for her freedom, they kind of brush over it. I mean, they don't you don't stick with her through it. This is where she's going through, and you move through it. And same as when she's going and getting slaves back and forth. You're not on that journey with her. And that's what I wanted from the story, and that's why I would say it's a negative, but at the same time, that's not what the story was. The story was more about her all around and not necessarily that journey. So if you're not going in thinking, hey, I want to see her journey on, her going all these miles by herself for her freedom and then going back and forth, if that's not what you're focused on, that won't really bother you. Because after I realized that's not what they're going for, it wasn't that big of an issue. The other issue I have, another minor one, more because I'm as an actor, is that the monologue she had, and this is not on the performer, it's a little bit on the writing, and you guys might disagree, is although her monologues were great, I wanted a little bit more, but and I wanted to be in tears after every monologue she gave, and I felt power. I got goosebumps and everything on it, but I wanted to be like, oh, here, I feel your pain. I want to jump up. I want all that, and for me, it didn't get all the way there. It was almost, but it wasn't all the way there. But those are my main negatives. Now my positives far outweigh the negatives, and this is just a lot going on. So my number one positive with the film, and why everybody should go see it, especially if you're black, is this is one of our real American heroes. And it's inspiring to see everything she went through and the adversity. It's like she went from considered the lowest of the low to now leading an army and freeing so many people and not being selfish and pushing on to help everybody else. If that don't inspire you, I don't know what else will. And the way they captured it is with all her speeches, and granted, I said they didn't give me all I wanted, but the speeches were still there, and you see her impact of her being so selfless. They captured how she motivated others, and that is what the movie is all about. And that alone throughout the movie was peppered in so much, so great. And another one with a movie being with the subject matter of dealing with slavery, and it's not another slave movie that's focused on slavery, which I enjoy because I got out of the habit of wanting to see slave movies because it's just such a hard to watch. The slavery part is more of a backdrop in that this is the time they're in. Yes, there's slavery, but they don't focus on the slavery. They focus on what Harriet's doing and everybody else around her. And they also, even though it's a tough subject, they pepper in some great comedy in little parts. Just every now and then, like it's going hard, and then I'm gonna make you laugh real quick. Because no matter how hard times get, you are gonna laugh, and you should laugh because it gives you that life, gives you something to look forward to. But anyway, that's all I got for Harriet. This is much more a longer review than normal, but I had to get that stuff out of the way. But you should go see this movie. I really enjoyed it, and make sure to click the thumbs up button, share, and let me know what you think. And make sure you go see Harriet, and tell me what you think on that too. And we can talk about the all the controversy as well. But deuces, and I'm out.